Okay, students, Mr. Wilson here. I'm going to show you a great review problem for your math test that's upcoming on Thursday and Friday, and there are study sessions at 7 a.m. This is predicting the actions of a larger group based on a sample size. So first question is what is the size of the sample? So if you look here, here is the data in the table, and it turns out that there are 20 total students that were surveyed. I get that number by adding 8, 3, 5, and 4. So there's a total number of 20 students that were surveyed. The next question reads, what's the probability that a student will prefer volleyball? So then we're going to look over here at volleyball and notice that 5 students said they liked volleyball as their favorite sport, and probability must be written as either a fraction, a decimal, or a percentage. So I'm going to go with 5 out of my total, which is 20, and you can simplify that fraction to 1/4, and then you can turn that into a percentage. Keep in mind 1/4 as a percentage is 25%. Also as a decimal is 25 hundredths or 0.25. Moving on to the third question here, what's the probability that a student will prefer soccer? So this is the exact same process, only we're looking at soccer now instead. So soccer has 8 students out of 20. That simplifies down to 2/5, which is 40%, which is 4/10, or you could say 40 hundredths. And the last one here is predicting. Instead of having 20 kids in the survey, let's say we're going to change it to 550 students. So if we got 550 students that were going to be surveyed, we got to figure out, what do you think they would say? You have to predict how many students do you think would say they prefer track and field. So we're going to set this up using a proportion. But keep in mind, this is not the only way to solve this problem. We know that at track and field, that 4 students like track and field out of the 20. That is 4 out of 20. Simplifies to 1/5 by dividing both of those by 4. And we're going to set this equal to another ratio out of 550. And the reason why 550 goes on bottom is because that's the total number of students that we were going to survey. So then it's how many students will say they like track and field. That's unknown. We don't know. That's a variable x. We're going to solve this by cross multiplying. And you're going to get 5x. Cross multiply the other way, you get 550. And then to solve this one-step equation, you are going to divide both sides by 5 in order to get the x all alone. So you end up getting x equals 110 students prefer track and field out of the 550. This is not the only way this problem can be done. I challenge you to explain to your parents how to figure it out a different way to solve this. Thanks for watching, and I hope this helped you study for your upcoming assessment.